City News everywhere.
Albertans can tune in and call in to a new radio show with Albertan Premier Jason Kenney, and it has some wondering about the timing and the questions that will be asked of the Premier.
It's unusual for a premier to be granted unchallenged airtime on a weekly basis by a radio station that also employs journalists who are doing good work.
Podcaster and former Edmonton Talk radio host Ryan Jesperson tells me he wonders about the timing of a new call-in radio show where Premier Jason Kenney will take questions from listeners.
I think that it probably rightfully asks questions about partisan affiliation, about perhaps achieved or intended outcomes, maybe even with regards to this upcoming leadership review the Premier faces on April 9th.
In an email, Premier Jason Kenney's office tells me, quote, "It is important to note that the government of Alberta does not have editorial control over the content of the program and will not be involved in choosing topics or screening callers." The Premier's office also adding that this show is not paid programming, but ads will be purchased to promote it out of existing advertising budgets. Alberta has a history of premiers with radio shows before and after they're elected.
Bible Bill Aberhart and longtime Premier Ernest Manning have had their own radio shows.
This is Canada's national Back to the Bible Hour. Ernest T. Manning speaking and reminding you.
Of course, there's more along the evangelical front, although I suspect that Premier Jason Kenney might be doing a little preaching of his own as well.
I reached out to the company that will host the Premier's new radio show, but did not hear back in time for broadcast. In Edmonton, Darcy Ropchan, City News.